They found her at dawn, tied to a post on the edge of Dead Horse Canyon, her wrists raw, her lips split, her spirit almost gone. The Apache girl whispered only 4 words when she saw the man riding toward her. "Please just make it fast." But what that rancher did next wasn't mercy. It was something far more dangerous, something that would change both their lives forever. So don't you go anywhere. This is one story you'll want to hear till the very last breath. And if you love tales that dig deep into the dust and heart of the Wild West, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Because stories like this one, they don't come twice. The morning light broke slow over the desert, spilling gold across the canyon rim. Eli Carter rode alone, the kind of man who'd long stopped expecting good things to happen on any given day. His ranch lay 10 miles east, a patch of dirt and memory that used to belong to his father before the war took him. That morning, he'd been riding fence lines when he saw the vultures circling. He thought it was a dead steer, but as he got closer, he saw something else. A small figure tied upright to a post, skin baked by the sun, hair black as coal and tangled with blood. The closer he rode, the more wrong it all felt. Her arms hung limp. Her breath was shallow. She looked like the desert itself had given up on her. "You alive?" he asked softly. Her lips trembled. "Please, just make it fast." He froze. He'd heard dying men talk like that on battlefields, but never someone so young. She couldn't have been more than 18. Her eyes were dry, no tears left to shed. Eli didn't move for a long time. He didn't know what kind of hell she'd crawled through, but he knew mercy when he saw it. Or maybe he saw what mercy could become. Without another word, he stepped down from his horse, cut the rope, and caught her as she fell forward. She weighed near nothing, just skin, bone, and what was left of a soul. He lifted her gently, set her on his saddle, and turned back toward his ranch. She didn't fight, didn't speak, just breathed barely. The sun climbed higher, cruel and hot, burning the horizon red, and for the first time in years, Eli Carter didn't think about himself at all. He just rode. By the time Eli reached his cabin, the girl was half conscious. He laid her on his cot, dipped a cloth in cool water, and wiped the dirt from her face. Each streak of grime revealed another bruise, another mark of cruelty. Her wrists were raw from rope burns, her legs cut from walking barefoot across the rocks. He worked slow, careful not to scare her. When she opened her eyes, she flinched at his shadow. "Ain't nobody gonna hurt you here," he said quietly. "You got my word." She didn't answer, didn't seem to trust words anymore. But when he handed her water, she drank like someone who hadn't tasted kindness in a long, long while. As the day faded, she whispered something in her native tongue, soft, broken. Eli didn't understand, but he caught one word when she tried again, Nara, her name. He nodded. "Eli," he said, pointing to himself. For a moment, she met his eyes. The look there was hollow, but something small flickered behind it. That night, he sat by the fire watching over her. He didn't sleep. He couldn't. Every sound outside made him think of who, or what, had done this to her. When dawn came again, she was awake, staring at the fire. "Why'd you help me?" she asked, her voice faint, almost accusing. Eli took a long breath. "Because no one helped me once." The silence between them said more than any prayer could. 3 nights later, the wind changed. The coyotes stopped howling, and the horses grew restless. Eli knew the feeling. It was the kind of quiet that meant danger was riding close. Sure enough, come morning, he found boot prints near the creek. Fresh ones, and an Apache feather tied to a fence post, black and red, a warning. When he showed it to Naira, her face went white. "They'll come," she whispered. "They always come." Eli checked his rifle, loaded it slow. "Then we'll be ready." He built up the fire that night, sat near the window with his Winchester laid across his knees. Naira sat by the hearth, clutching the blanket tight. When the first shadow appeared beyond the barn, Eli didn't hesitate. The shot echoed across the canyon, then another. The fight came fast and mean. 3 men, white traders, faces painted with whiskey and hate. They wanted her back, but Eli wasn't letting them take her. When it was over, 2 men were dead, the third crawling into the dirt, cursing him. Eli stood over him, eyes cold as stone. You'll tell whoever sent you, he said. The girl's free now, and anyone comes for her again dies here. The man spat blood, then fled into the night. Naira watched from the doorway, tears streaking down her cheeks. Not from fear, but from something deeper, something like belief. By spring, the ranch was alive again. Flowers grew by the creek. The fences stood strong. Naira worked beside Ali, her laughter quiet but real. She'd learned to ride, to mend, to breathe again. One evening, as the sun fell low, she looked at him and said softly, "You should have left me that day." Eli smiled, the kind of smile that comes from somewhere broken but whole again. "No," he said. "I did the only thing a man could do." She stepped closer, hand trembling, eyes bright. "And now?" He looked at the land, at her, at the life neither of them had asked for but somehow built anyway. "Now," he said, "we'll live." And as the wind carried her old name across the hills, it sounded less like a ghost and more like the start of something new. And if this story touched your heart, hit that like and subscribe, because the West still remembers folks